The pizza arrived 20 minutes late. When Mark opened the door to complain, he came face to face with Emma, the woman who had left him and their baby daughter without explanation. Now she was standing on his doorstep in a delivery uniform, tears in her eyes, whispering, "Please, let me explain." Mark Thompson's heart nearly stopped in that moment. The woman who had disappeared from his life 3 years ago was now standing at his door with a pizza box in her hands. Emma Collins, or whatever her name was now. Someone he could recognize, but at the same time, a complete stranger. "Dad, did the pizza come?" called 8-year-old Lily from the living room where she was sitting. The little girl was eager for their Saturday night movie night. Mark couldn't speak. He stared at Emma as if he'd seen a ghost. Emma looked very different from before. Her hair was shorter, there were traces of fatigue on her face, and she wore Marinelli's Pizza's red uniform, but her eyes, those eyes were still the same. The eyes that had made Mark fall in love with her when he first saw her. "Mark," Emma said, her voice barely a whisper. You were dead," Mark said, disbelief in his voice. "I mean, that's what I told Lily, because how else could I explain it?" Tears streamed from Emma's eyes. "I know, and that's my fault. But Mark, please, let me explain." Mark took a step back. There was no way she was coming inside. Lily hadn't seen her mother yet, and Mark wanted to keep it that way. "No," he said harshly. "You had time to explain 3 years ago. Now it's too late." "How is Lily?" Emma asked hopefully. Is she okay?" Mark's heart broke. Did she have the right to ask this question? Could she come here and ask about her daughter after giving no news for 3 years? "She's perfect," he said coldly. "Perfect without you." Emma was shaken by these words but didn't give up. "Mark, I was sick." "Dad?" Lily's voice was coming closer. The little girl was walking toward the corridor. Mark looked at Emma in panic. Go now. Mark, please. Give me the pizza and go." Mark spoke harshly. Emma tremblingly handed over the pizza box. Mark took money from the table by the door and put it in Emma's hand, being careful not to touch her hands. "Thank you," Emma said quietly. As she prepared to turn and leave, Lily appeared from the corridor. "Dad, why is it taking so long? Mom?" Lily froze. The little girl was looking at Emma, recognizing but also uncertain. A face she had only seen in photographs for years. Emma's heart shattered. Her daughter had grown so much. Long brown hair, Mark's green eyes, and Emma's smile. But now that smile wasn't there, only confusion. "Hello, Lily," Emma said, her voice breaking. Mark quickly pulled Lily behind him. "Inside, Lily. Let's heat up our pizza." "But Dad, Inside!" Mark's voice came out harsher. Emma couldn't hold back the tears in her eyes. "Mark, please, just 5 minutes." Mark threatened to slam the door in Emma's face. "Don't show up around here again, Emma. Don't involve Lily in this." Emma stepped backward. I work at Marinelli's. If you want to talk." Mark slammed the door. Inside, Lily looked at her father, Mark, with confusion. "Dad, was that my mom? You said she was dead." Mark collapsed. He had prayed for 3 years that this moment wouldn't come. Telling Lily her mother was dead had seemed easier than saying she had abandoned them. But now everything was turned upside down. "Lily, sit down. We need to talk." That night, Mark told Lily the truth, that her mother had left them, that he didn't know why she had gone, but that the two of them were doing very well together. Lily cried, asked questions, and Mark tried to give honest answers as much as possible. "Will she come back?" Lily asked at bedtime. "I don't know, sweetheart, but you and we're a team, okay? We always will be." The next day, Mark tried to focus on work, but couldn't. He worked at a small accounting firm, and normally numbers comforted him. But today, he couldn't get the image of Emma out of his mind. She looked so different. Not just physically, she looked fragile. After work, he made a decision. He would go to Marinelli's Pizza. The pizza shop was small and humble. When Mark entered, he saw Emma kneading dough in the back. There were no other customers. "We're closed," called an elderly man from the register. "I came to talk to Emma," Mark said. The elderly man, probably Tony Marinelli, looked Mark up and down. "Emma, someone here to see you." Emma wiped her hands on a towel and came forward. She was surprised to see Mark. "Mark, you. We can talk," Mark said, "but not about Lily, and only 5 minutes." Tony tactfully retreated to the back. Emma and Mark sat at one of the small tables. "Explain," Mark said coldly. Emma took a deep breath. "First, I want you to know I didn't want to leave you. Never. But you did." Because I started getting sick. Postpartum depression was just the beginning. Then it got worse. I was afraid I would hurt Lily. Mark's face softened. Emma, I went to a psychiatrist. They gave me medication, but nothing worked. I felt worse every day. One day when I was holding Lily, I thought I would drop her. Mark, I thought I would drop her. Emma's tears flowed. Mark felt pain, but was also filled with anger. You could have told me. We could have handled it together. You were so busy. You were working 2 jobs. You couldn't deal with me anyway, and I just felt like a burden. You weren't a burden. You were family, but I didn't feel that way. That's why I left. I thought that without me, you 2 would be better off. Mark shook his head. 3 years, Emma. 3 years with no news. Lily constantly asked about you. She cried. I cried too. I was in the hospital, Emma said quietly. Psychological treatment center. I stayed inpatient for 2 years. Now I'm receiving outpatient treatment. That's why I work here. Tony gave me a chance. Mark was shocked. Hospital? I was very bad, Mark. I even thought about suicide, but I thought about Lily and you. I had to get better. Mark's anger slowly turned to empathy. How are you now? Better, much better. My medications are working. My therapy continues. And every day I think about you. Were you watching us? Emma lowered her head in shame. Sometimes, from a distance. When you were picking Lily up from school, when you went to the park together. I'm sorry, but I couldn't help it. Mark was filled with mixed emotions. Emma, this is very complicated. I know, and I don't want anything. I just wanted to see that Lily was okay, and to explain to her. She's very confused right now. She cried a lot last night. Is she old enough to understand? Mark thought. Maybe, but Emma, I don't want her to get hurt again. I don't want that either. That's why I want to go slowly, if you'll let me. Mark clasped his hands on the table. What do you mean? Maybe I could see her sometimes, at a cafe or in the park, briefly, just so she can get to know me. And then it's up to you. If Lily wants it and you think it's appropriate, maybe I could spend more time with her. Mark thought for a long time. I have conditions. I'm listening. First, you'll continue your treatment. Second, if Lily doesn't feel comfortable, you'll back off. Third, you can't be alone with her without my permission. Emma nodded. I accept. And one more condition. What? You'll be honest with me about everything. If you feel sick again, if you have any problems, you'll tell me. I promise. Mark stood up. This weekend we're going to the park. I'll talk to Lily. If she wants, you can come too, but from a distance. Slowly. Emma's eyes filled with hope. Really? I'll give you a chance. But Emma, if you hurt her, this time you'll really disappear. I understand. And Mark? Yes. Thank you. That night, Mark talked to Lily. The little girl learned where her mother had been, why she had left. Mark explained in the simplest terms possible. Was my mom sick? Lily asked. Yes, sweetheart. Her mind was sick, but now she's trying to get better. Can I see her? Mark's heart tightened. If you want to, yes, but slowly, okay? Lily nodded. I remember her. She liked to comb my hair. Yes, she did. Saturday, Mark and Lily went to the park. Emma sat from a distance on another bench. Lily had noticed her but hadn't approached. She just looked occasionally. After an hour, Lily approached Mark. Can I talk to her? Mark's stomach churned, but he nodded. He took Lily to Emma's bench. Hello, Lily said shyly. Hello, beautiful girl, Emma said, her eyes sparkling. You've grown so much. Are you really my mom? Yes, I remember your birthday. You were born very small, but you were very strong. Lily thought. Why did you leave? Emma crouched down to Lily's level. Because my mind was sick, and I was afraid I would hurt you. I loved you very much, but I didn't know how to be a mother. Do you know now? Emma smiled. I'm trying to learn. Lily looked at Mark, then turned back to Emma. Will you leave again? No, Emma said firmly. If you want me to, I'll stay here, but only if you want me to. Lily thought, then she hugged Emma. For the first time in 3 years, and mother and daughter hugged each other. Mark wiped his eyes. This was very complicated, but maybe it was the right thing. In the following weeks, Emma began seeing Lily regularly, always under Mark's supervision for short periods. Lily was slowly getting used to her mother. Emma would read stories to Lily, draw with her, braid her hair. Mark could see that Emma had really changed. She was calmer, more patient. A month later, Emma gathered courage. Mark, could I take Lily for an afternoon? I want to go to the museum with her. Mark hesitated. Alone? Alone. I know it's a big request, but, Mark thought. Lily had warmed up to Emma, and Emma seemed stable. Okay, but your phone stays on. That afternoon, Emma and Lily spent time alone for the first time. They went to the museum, ate ice cream, played on swings in the park. Mom, Lily said while looking at the dinosaur exhibit at the museum, will you and Dad get married again? Emma's heart stopped. I don't know, sweetheart. It's very complicated. But do you love him? Emma decided to be honest. Yes, I love him, but sometimes love isn't enough. Why? Because sometimes people get hurt, and healing those wounds takes time. Lily thought. You hurt Dad, didn't you? Yes, very much. Well, will you apologize? I have, many times. Then maybe he'll forgive you too. When Emma brought Lily home that evening, Mark was waiting for them. How did it go? He asked. Great, Lily said. Mom explained why dinosaurs died, and we got ice cream. Mark smiled. Nice, now go wash your hands. Lily ran inside. Emma and Mark stayed at the door. Thank you, Emma said. This was a wonderful day. Lily looks happy. Me too. Mark, I know things are complicated, but I really have changed. Mark looked at her. She really had changed. The old Emma was confident and determined, but this Emma seemed more real, more human. Emma, I'm still angry, Mark said. I know. But at the same time, I loved you, and Lily needs her mother. I love you too, both of you. Mark took a deep breath. Maybe we can try again slowly. Emma's eyes filled with tears. Really? But very slowly, and I have conditions. Anything. You'll continue your treatment, and you'll be honest, always. I promise. And if you get sick again, if you want to run away again, you'll talk to me. Okay? Okay, Mark smiled. Then, maybe we can have dinner together tomorrow night. Homemade pizza. Emma started crying. This is wonderful. Thank you, Mark. I know I don't deserve this chance. We all deserve second chances. That night, as Lily went to bed, she hugged Mark. Dad, I'm happy, she said. Why, sweetheart? Because now I have a complete family. Mark's heart warmed. Maybe so. Maybe they could be a complete family. In the following months, Emma, Mark, and Lily carefully rebuilt their relationship. Emma rented a small apartment, close but not too close. She would see Lily every day, have dinner with Mark, but stay at her own place at night. Mark slowly began to forgive Emma. He tried to understand her illness. Emma continued her treatment and informed Mark at every step. One day, Emma told Mark something important. Mark, I'm leaving Marinelli's. Mark worried. Why? Did you lose your job? No. I'm going back to school to become a therapist. I want to help mothers who experience postpartum depression. Mark smiled proudly. That's a wonderful idea. Will you support me? Of course. You're a very strong woman, Emma. 6 months passed. Emma started university, Lily moved to second grade, and Mark got promoted. The family was slowly taking shape. One evening, while Emma was preparing dinner with Mark and Lily, Mark asked her a question. Emma, would you consider moving back home? Emma froze. Really? Lily keeps asking, and I'm starting to trust you. Emma burst into tears. Yes, of course, yes. But my conditions still apply. I know, and I'm grateful. That night, Emma moved back home. After 3 years, the family was together again, but this time it was different, stronger, more honest, more real. As Lily slept in her bed, Emma and Mark sat in the living room. Do you ever think we'll regret this? Emma asked. I don't know, Mark said honestly, but we won't know unless we try. I'm ready to try everything with you. Mark touched Emma's hand. Me too. A year later, Emma started working as a therapist. Mark started his own accounting firm. Lily came first in her 3rd grade class, and every Saturday night the family would make pizza together. Homemade pizza. Because they no longer needed to order delivery. They had everything. Emma's illness hadn't completely gone away. She still had difficult days, but she no longer ran away. She talked to Mark, asked for help, and Mark had learned to be patient. One day Lily asked Emma, Mom, what happens if you get sick again? Emma thought, if I get sick again, I'll go to my doctor, I'll tell Dad, and we'll handle it together. You won't leave us? Never, because now I know that families support each other. They don't run away. Good, because I love you. I love you too, and Dad too. That evening, as they went to bed, Mark hugged Emma. You know, he said, if you hadn't been that pizza delivery driver, we would never have gotten to this point. Emma smiled. Life is strange, isn't it? Strange in the most beautiful way. And that night, Emma, Mark, and Lily slept deeply, together, safe, and happy. Because sometimes life gives second chances, and sometimes those second chances come with a pizza box. 3 more years passed. Emma had become an experienced therapist and opened her own clinic, New Beginnings Therapy Center. At her clinic, she especially helped mothers experiencing postpartum depression. Mark's accounting firm had also grown. He had become one of the most trusted small business consultants in the city. But most importantly, they had both built a stable home for Lily. Lily was now 11 years old and a very bright student. She had reached an age where she could understand the difficulties her mother had gone through, and this had given her extraordinary empathy skills. One day, a young mother came to Emma's clinic. Sarah, 23 years old, with her 6-month-old baby Ethan. The woman looked very tired and had that familiar emptiness in her eyes that Emma had experienced years ago. "Dr. Emma," Sarah said, her voice trembling, I don't love my baby. This is a terrible thing, but when I look at him, I don't feel anything." Emma smiled understandingly. "Sarah, this isn't as rare as you think, and it certainly doesn't make you a bad mother. But everyone says having a baby is so beautiful. Why am I not happy?" Emma approached Sarah. "Because your brain chemistry is currently out of balance. Postpartum depression is a very real illness, and it can be treated." Sarah started crying. "What if I hurt my baby?" "You won't hurt him. You came here because you're having these thoughts. That takes courage." Emma told Sarah her own story, how she had gotten sick, how she had left her family, but then how she had recovered. Hope appeared in Sarah's eyes as she listened. You really left your family?" Sarah asked. "Yes, and I've regretted it ever since. But what I learned is that illness doesn't have to control us. We can get help." "Did your family forgive you?" Emma smiled. "It took a long time, but yes, because love and patience are very powerful things." Sarah's treatment took months. Emma not only provided professional help, but also personal support. Mark and Lily sometimes hosted Sarah and baby Ethan at their home. Lily loved playing with Sarah's baby Ethan. "Mom," she said to Emma one day, "why is Aunt Sarah sad?" Emma explained to her daughter in simple terms. "Her mind got sick after her baby was born, just like mine got sick after you were born." "But you got better, right?" "Yes, and Aunt Sarah will get better too." "I'm glad you became a doctor, Mom, because now you can help other mothers." Emma hugged her daughter tightly. Lily's maturity always amazed her. 6 months later, Sarah was much better. She had bonded with baby Ethan and started smiling. She came to the clinic to thank Emma. "Dr. Emma, I don't know how to thank you," Sarah said. "You don't need to thank me. Just be happy." "I don't know what I would have done without you. How do you feel so strong?" Emma thought, "Because I was once very fragile, and that fragility taught me empathy." "How is your family? Your daughter?" "Lily is wonderful. We're celebrating her 12th birthday this weekend." "How nice. Could I get her a present?" Emma smiled. "Of course, but the best gift is seeing you recover." Lily's 12th birthday celebration was held at their home. Only family and close friends were there. Emma made the cake while Mark hung decorations. Lily greeted the guests. Sarah and baby Ethan had also come. Lily met them at the door. "Aunt Sarah, Ethan has grown so much." Sarah smiled. "Happy birthday, Lily. This is for you." She handed over a beautifully wrapped gift. Lily excitedly opened the package. Inside was a beautiful journal. "Wow, it's so beautiful. Your mom told me that keeping a journal helped. Maybe you'll like it too." "Thank you. I'll start writing right away." That evening after the guests left, Lily wrote her first entry in her new journal. "Today I turned 12. My most beautiful gift is my new journal. But the most beautiful thing is my family. When my mom was sick, I was very sad, but now she helps other people. My dad is very patient and strong. I am a very lucky girl." After Lily went to sleep, Emma saw the journal and read it. Her eyes filled with tears. "Mark, come read this," she said. When Mark read it, he was also moved. "Our daughter is very special." "Yes, and you know what I'm thinking?" "What?" "Maybe it's time to think about a second child." Mark was surprised. "Really? Are you sure?" "I'm much stronger now. I know my treatment, and Lily wants a sibling too." Mark smiled. "Then let's talk about it." In the following months, Emma and Mark seriously began thinking about a second child. Emma consulted her doctor, adjusted her medications. Mark also listened to Emma's concerns and supported her. A year later, Emma became pregnant. This time, everything was different. Emma monitored herself, went for regular checkups, tracked her mood. Mark was also much more aware. "Are you scared?" Mark asked one day. "Yes," Emma said honestly. "But this time I won't run away because I know I'm not alone." Lily was also very excited about becoming a big sister. She helped prepare the baby's room, brought name suggestions. "Mom, if it's a boy, can we name him Michael?" she asked. "Why Michael?" "Because it's a strong name, and I want the baby to be strong." Emma smiled. "It's a beautiful name." 9 months later, Michael Thompson was born. Emma's first weeks after birth were carefully monitored. But this time, she didn't experience depression, maybe because of the medications, maybe experience, or maybe because of Mark and Lily's support. "How do you feel?" Mark asked in the hospital. "Tired, but happy, really happy." When Lily first saw the baby, she was enchanted. "He's so small and so cute." "Yes, cute, and you're his big sister. I'll teach him everything, how to walk, how to talk." Emma's heart filled as she watched her daughter. Lily had become a very mature child because of the difficulties Emma had experienced. The months after Michael's birth were challenging, but beautiful. Emma would get up at night, feed, care for him. But this time, Mark was also helping. Lily was also supporting as much as she could. Mom, are you tired?" Lily asked one day. "Yes, sweetheart, but it's a good tiredness." "Was it like this when I was first born?" Emma paused. "When you were first born, I was very confused. I didn't know I was sick then." "Now you know." "Yes, now I know, and I got treatment." "You won't get sick with Michael, will you?" "I hope not, but if I do get sick, I know what to do." Lily smiled. "You'll talk to Dad, and you'll go to the doctor." "Exactly." When Michael was 6 months old, Emma returned to work. She now had more patients at her clinic. Emma's success story had spread. Many mothers were applying to her. One day, Tony from Marinelli's Pizza came to the clinic. "Dr. Emma," the old man said, "how nice to see you." "Tony, how are you?" "I'm fine, but I wanted to tell you something." "What?" "That day when your husband came, I was very curious. What happened afterward?" Emma smiled. "Everything turned out very well, Tony. I got my family back. This is very nice, and now you've become a doctor." "Yes, and I'm always grateful to you for giving me a job. You were a very good girl. Just sick, but good-hearted." When Tony left, Emma thought. She remembered those days, how hopeless she felt when working at Marinelli's, but the trust Tony had shown her, how people could make a difference in each other's lives. When she went home that evening, she told Mark about Tony's visit. "Nice," Mark said. "Do you remember those days?" "How could I forget? They were my darkest days, but also my turning point." "Do you regret it, going through those days?" Emma thought. "No, because those days made me who I am today. Now I can help other mothers, and we built a strong family. Yes, much stronger than before." When Michael turned 2, he started talking. His first word was sister for Lily. Lily was very happy. "Mom, he loves me," Lily said excitedly. "Of course he loves you. You're a wonderful sister." Lily would read stories to Michael, play with him, teach him new words. Emma was very happy watching this scene. One evening, while the family was sitting at the dinner table, Mark made an announcement. "I want to tell you something." "What?" Emma asked. "Lily's teacher called me. Lily wants to become a school counselor." Emma was surprised. "Really?" Lily smiled shyly. "Yes, I want to help other children, like you, Mom." Emma's eyes filled with tears. "That's a wonderful goal, sweetheart. You help patients. I want to help children." "That's a very beautiful thought." That night, Emma and Mark talked. "Lily has a lot of empathy," Mark said. "Yes, what we went through matured her." "Do you think that's good or bad?" Emma thought. "I think it's good, because when she faces difficulties in life, she'll know how to cope. You set a good example for her. We both did." 5 more years passed. Lily started high school and continued working to become a school counselor. Michael started kindergarten and became a very social child. Emma's clinic had become one of the city's most successful therapy centers. She had helped hundreds of mothers. One day, Emma, Mark, and the children were making pizza on Saturday evening. It had become a tradition. "Mom," Lily said while kneading dough, "do you ever think about the day you were a pizza delivery driver?" Emma smiled. "From time to time." "Do you regret it? Because it was so hard?" "No, sweetheart, because if that day hadn't happened, we wouldn't be here today." "How so?" "That day I talked to Dad. I explained things, and our second chance began." Mark joined the conversation, And that day, we learned that even our darkest moments can turn into beautiful things. Michael, though he didn't fully understand yet, was listening. Dad, did you and Mom fight? Yes, son. Sometimes adults fight, but what's important is being able to make up. When I fight with Lily, I apologize. Well done, that's very important. That evening, as she went to bed, Emma wrote in her journal, yes, she continued keeping a journal as part of her therapy. Today I made pizza with my family. Lily wants to become a school counselor. Michael is growing every day. Mark is still patient and strong. And I help new mothers every day. Life isn't perfect, but it's real. And being real is more beautiful than being perfect. The next day at her clinic, she had a new patient, a young mother with her baby. Emma looked familiar to her. She reminded her of herself years ago. Hello, Emma said warmly. I'm Dr. Emma Thompson. How can I help you? And so the cycle continued. Emma had turned the difficulties she experienced into experience, using that experience to help others. Because sometimes life's greatest costs bring the greatest gifts. Emma's illness had separated her from her family, but it had also made her a strong therapy specialist. And every evening when she returned home, in Mark's embrace, in Lily's laughter, in Michael's innocent looks, she saw that every difficulty she had experienced was worth it. Those days when she worked as a pizza delivery driver now seemed very far away. But Emma never forgot, because those days had taught her the most important lesson. Even in the darkest moments, there is hope. And sometimes hope knocks on your door in the most unexpected way.